guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is something very different than what I normally do here. I usually do more neutrals and natural looks, but today I am playing with some color. I'm using some green shadows. I went to Morphe brushes and I picked up a bunch of really cool eyeshadow colors, so I wanted to try them out. So I have some Morphe shadows and some Makeup Geek and MAC shadow in here, but it's like, woo, really cool. A lot is happening. So basically we have a lot of focus on the eyes, and then everything else on the face is pretty natural because we don't want to take away from what's going on up here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be doing today is laying down our foundation. So I'm going to be priming my face just before I do that. I'm using the L'Oreal Youth Code Pore Vanisher Texture Perfector, and I'm just going to be placing this pretty much in my T-zone where I have the largest pores, and I'm just going to be spreading out very gently, and then once I have it all spread out evenly, I'm going to be pressing it into my skin. So now today for foundation, I'm using a sample of the new Laura Mercier foundation, and I am in the color Buff. Let's see if I can open this. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and blend that in with my Sigma F84 brush. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to prime our eyelids. So I'm going to be using the Maybeline Fit Me concealer in shade 10 Light just to prep my lids. I'm just going to be putting a drop down on both and then blending that out with my finger. Okay, so now I'm just going to fill my brows in very quickly and then I'll be right back. Okay, so step number one, we are going to be taking the shade Vanilla Bean by Makeup Geek and putting this all over the eyelid as a base. I'm just taking it on a E40 blending brush by Sigma, and I'm just going to be buffing this legit all over my eye. So the first color that we're going to be taking is color number 41 by Inglaw, and it's just this really pretty greeny blue shade. I'm just going to be blending this out as our transition shade, and I'm going to be blending this into the crease. I'm barely taking anything on my brush. I'm just going to be building this up slowly, and I'm using a very light hand because this color, I don't want it to be so super intense from the beginning. I want to be able to control how dark it is in the background, so I'm just blending it and building it up slowly. I'm not taking it all the way to my inner corner. I'm stopping it right about here because I'm going to be putting a darker shade all the way from the inner to the outer corner. My arm is legitimately getting tired from blending this color out for so long. The next shade that we're going to be taking is Shimmermint by Makeup Geek on a Sigma E55 flat shader brush, and we're just going to be packing this all over the lid. So I'm packing this color all the way up to my crease. I'm not going past it. I don't want it too far up into this other blue shade that greenish blue shade that we put down. So I'm just blending it all the way up to my crease, and I'm stopping right there. But I'm taking it all over the lid. Next, we're taking shade 19, also from Morphe brushes, and we're going to be taking it on a Makeup Geek soft dome brush and blending this color throughout the crease from inner corner to outer corner. And I'm going to be blending it in super slowly because I don't want it to be too far up, too far down. I want it to be pretty precisely in the crease. And now that the color is placed down, I'm just going to blend everything out with my Sigma E25 brush. So what I'm doing is I'm blending back and forth, and then as I start to pick up a little bit of color on the brush, I'm kind of dragging it upward. I'm not taking the color too high, but I'm taking it right to about my brow bone area because I want the colors to be smoked up a little bit so that you can kind of see everything a little bit more. So I don't know if you can see a difference between the two eyes of how much they're smoked out, but basically I'm just blending back and forth and then slightly starting to bring that color upward. Now I'm just going to be taking a little bit of MAC Folie eyeshadow on a Makeup Geek crease brush, and I'm going to be putting this color just in the outer V of my eye. I'm taking very little and I'm just going to be drawing a little C shape, kind of right into the crease and then kind of connecting down to the lower lash line, into the crease, down to the lower lash, into the crease, and down to the lower lash line. Now I'm going to be blending that out again with my Sigma E25. Okay, now to add a little bit more color on the lower lash line, I'm going in with that darker shade that we put all up and into the crease, and I'm taking it back on the same brush and taking it and sweeping it down on the lower lash line. And now on our crease brush again, I'm going to be taking a little bit of MAC Folie and putting a little bit more just in that outer corner to darken up that dark area over there. And then with the same brush, I'm just going to dip into Makeup Geek Shimmermint, which is the color that we have all over the lid, and just add a little bit of that color down there too. So I'm keeping mostly the darker colors on the outer half of my lower lash line and then the lighter colors in the front. Then just for a brow highlight, I'm going to be taking Makeup Geek Vanilla Bean again. I'm just going to be placing this up here. It is a matte white shade, and because we have so much shimmer going on the lid, I wanted to balance that out with a matte highlight. I take a little bit of it into my inner corner as well. Now it's time to curl those lashes and add a couple coats of mascara. I'm literally so challenged when it comes to putting on mascara, by the way. I literally get it all over my eyelid. I don't know why. I try so hard not to get it everywhere, but it just happens. So because I have so much going on in my eyes and I am not a fan of false lashes, I really want to try and get my lashes as dark and full as possible. So I'm going to be using two mascaras. So the other one that I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal Telescopic. I'm not kidding when I say that I get mascara everywhere. Like, it's literally all over my eyes. So now that we have mascara all over our face, we're going to wait for that to dry before we clean it up. So before that, I am just going to bronze up the face. I'm just going to be using my Too Faced bronzer on a Real Techniques multi-purpose brush, and I'm just going to be bronzing up my face. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up the mascara. So for my lower waterline, I'm going to be taking a nude pencil. This one is the waterproof eyeliner by Rimmel London in Nude. And I'm just going to be taking this on that inner waterline. Now to conceal, because I always forget, I'm Just going to be taking a little bit of this Armani concealer, which I don't hate and I don't love. I haven't really made a decision on it yet. And I'm just going to be blending that out with my finger. And then I'm going to be taking my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. I'm taking the shade Dim Light. And then for the lips, I'm going to keep it pretty nude. I'm going to be using the Natural Beige lip liner pencil by Itaolia or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. So that's just going to mute out the lips, and then I'm going to be using the Maybelline lipstick in Truffle Tease. And then over top of that, I'm just going to be using a little bit of my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Terramesu. And then that concludes this look. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you guys like this new color thing that I'm doing, please let me know in the comments below if you want to see other colors. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.